Okay, so I'm going to introduce our last segment, and I'm very cognizant of the fact that we're standing between you and an adult beverage and the rest of your evening. So I did want to bring this home by talking about what we do next and how we depart from WPC and take action on many of the things that you've heard and seen throughout the event. And I hope that what you've really extracted from this keynote is that there's a tremendous amount of opportunity for us to go bring the 3 bold ambitions to life with all of our customers. So I want to bring to the stage now our US and Canada partner leads to talk about the programs and all of the efforts that we're going to put forward to you this fiscal year so that we can go out and do just that. So please welcome to the stage Jason Promit, the Canada partner lead, as well as Stephen Boyle, Vice President of US Partner. So welcome, guys. So why don't we start with you, Jason, since you are the more tenured person. I think Stephen's into about 24 hours.
Still doing 2 jobs.
Role. So why don't you tell the audience what we're going to do in Canada this year to really ignite the partner ecosystem?
Absolutely, and I think the first place I have to start is talking about the data centers, and this one's for Jeff, because I got to make sure every time he tries that app and tries to sell it, it's not calling home to the US. And so we announced back at the beginning of June our plans to build 2 new data footprints in Canada, and so those will be the first for us. And so we'll be investing a ton of time with our partners, getting them ready for that, starting with Azure Private Preview in the fall, so that they're ready to onboard as we bring those data centers online. The second will be around Azure. We've talked a lot about Azure. I know everyone in the audience has heard lots about Azure this week. We'll be going really deep across a number of key areas, particularly on architecture, and working to ensure that we line up our stew and our deepest, most technical resources with our partners, really to bootstrap that capability inside the ecosystem, but then really finding scale through partner practice enablement and things like boot camps. Experience selling, and this one we stole a little bit of the page, and this is the beauty of being part of Microsoft North America, is experience selling and really taking the assets that we've invested in, things like MTCs and the Microsoft stores, really opening those up for our partners to be able to sell. And then the last will be around co-selling, and this is really, I'll say, a refinement over the last couple of years in putting our salespeople closer to our partners and bringing them in earlier in the process. Consumption, you touched on it. Our partners are going to take us there. I used the line on Sunday night in our keynote of, I dream of a world where we don't sell Azure anymore. We sell partner solutions powered by Azure.
I love it.
And that's what's really going to get us there.
So, Stephen, 24 hours in the job. I'm sure you've got it all figured out at this point.
Yeah, actually, the plan's ready to go, Justin.
Yeah. So why don't you introduce yourself to the audience here?
So, yeah, Stephen Boyle, 16 months in Microsoft, 10 years at Oracle before that, and 24 hours as the US Vice President of Partners. So give me a little break, please. But I'll be getting up to speed real quick, and it's an honor and a pleasure to be here and be part of Judson's and Dave Willis's team in US and North America.
Awesome. So in all seriousness, we've talked a lot about the work that we want to get done around partnering here in the US sub this year. Why don't you talk about your priorities?
Yeah, and Jason just said one of them, actually. I think we have a need to go deeper on enablement, especially the new services, some of the things that you've seen announced this week. But also in general on all the great Azure services that we've already brought to the Azure marketplace. So one of the things I've been doing in enterprise partners in the EPG space is spending a lot more time with both local, national, and the global systems integrators, really going deep on enablement and making sure that you have got all the skills that you require, plugging back into engineering where necessary, and bringing the right resources to the partners so that we can be successful together. We've established joint centers of excellence with some of those partners, and we've invested heavily in cloud solution architects dedicated to the partner community. I want to make sure that I take all of those learnings and best practices and scale them rapidly across the US, and also help Jason in Canada as well, of course.
Great. So one of the things I want to talk about specific to Azure, Stephen, is frankly all of the rich work that we're doing in analytics. You heard me say during the wash laundry scenario that I firmly believe that every customer has a data science opportunity. They just don't know it yet. And one of the things that we did at Microsoft over the last fiscal year to actually really tease out those opportunities and do rich work with customers was to send in some of our data scientists from Scott Guthrie's organization directly from our cloud and enterprise engineering group to sit with our customers and to sit with their data scientists to do rich hackathons, if you will, about the types of different business analytics projects that we could build from their businesses. So we've packaged that up. And,
Yep.
It'd be good to share how we want to take these analytics hackathons to market with partners.
So there's definitely lots of information you can find on the US Partner blog. That's a great place to find more information about what Judson's just mentioned. But the Advanced Analytics Hackathon is real, it's live. We're going to dig in with some 2- and 3-day workshops to make sure, again, on the analytics side, you've got everything that you need. The predictions are this is a $30 billion business in the next few years. I know that, you know, in Scott's organization, Joseph Shiroshi is planning to hire 150 data scientists into Microsoft as quickly as we can find the right people. And I think if I was going back to school, I might choose data science actually as a key topic going forward. They're definitely in demand out there.
Please do take advantage of that. We've put a lot of time and effort in packaging up the things that we've done directly with customers so that you can actually take and add scale to these efforts. I trust me when I say that you will find nuggets of gold out there with your customers when you engage in this type of activity. So Jason, there's been a lot of buzz at WPC this year about the Csp program.
Absolutely.
And I think everybody holds a lot of promise for what that program's going to deliver. Why don't you talk broadly about the program and what you see the impact being in Canada?
So I'd say first it's a locomotive for us in Canada, and we launched it or announced it back in Washington a year ago. We've got 23 partners in Canada. We've got another 20 in the pipeline, and candidly about another 40 to 60 standing not far behind that. It really reimagines the opportunity, I think, for our partners to deliver our IP and managed services on top of our platform. And I think, candidly, for our field organization and customers, it opens an entirely different way for them to consume and candidly acquire that technology as well.
Yeah, for sure. Stephen?
Yeah, I think it's definitely the way forward. It's a new buying mechanism that we all have to embrace, and we try to make it as easy as possible by making single tier and 2-tier to fit the right partner business model wherever possible. So I'm excited to engage and help you guys embrace that program going forward.
All right, so finally, guys, what are your big calls to action here, and what are you guys going to do more to help the field engage with partners and partners engage with the field at Microsoft?
Well, Judson, we've already talked about enablement, and through the PTS directors and the PSCs in what is now my organization, I guess, really want to make sure that all of you have the opportunity to engage with those communities. They can help you land the right skills, the right enablement skills, both on the technical and ultimately on the commercial side as well, across Office 365, CRM Online, and just the huge amount of opportunity there is for first-party Azure as well as third-party Azure workloads out there in the market. And of course, we're going to scale this to make it available in the easiest way possible we can to the partner community. So it'll be available both in person, but also digitally as well.
Jason?
I think I touched on a couple of them, co-selling. I think the experience selling is another great opportunity to connect, in some cases, our MTC staff with our partners. It opens that up. As I said to our partners on Sunday nights, I made all of the Microsoft contingent that was in the room stand up and literally put signs on everybody's necks for the partners to find them over the next 3 days. And so that's just a simple way to do it. But again, that's really what we're here for, is this week is about connections and partnership. And our partners are going to see lots of our teams this year. And I think it's going to be a great year for us.
Awesome. And listen, I think it's important for all of you to know that I don't just hold these two gentlemen accountable for our partner businesses in North America. I hold the entire field sales force at Microsoft accountable for partnering with each and every one of you. I couldn't be more serious and sincere than when I say that we can't make this next move. We can't make this next transformation without partnering very closely with you all along the way. The company's history has been grounded in partnering, but the most important thing to note is that the company's future won't reach its potential without deep partnering with each and every one of you. And everybody that wears a Microsoft badge knows that. And certainly everybody that works in Microsoft North America knows that. So thanks, guys. Thanks for being up here.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So let me close this out. The number one thing that I want you guys to take away from this keynote, and frankly from this event, is that our mission and the mission that we share together is something that really means something to our customers. And the bold ambitions that fuel the mission speak to opportunity that we have in front of us today. So I have a call to action for you that's really 3 things. And the first is lead with these ambitions. Lead with helping customers reinvent productivity and business processes. Lead with helping them leverage the intelligent cloud platform to help reimagine their businesses. Lead with helping customers create more personal computing for their employees and their customers. If you build that into every account plan that you have, every plan that you have with a Microsoft seller and jointly with a customer, you will find rich opportunity. You'll find rich opportunity that not only builds your business, but that adds value to customers at a level you've never been able to add it before. We all need to take this seriously. And I'd ask you to focus on 2 areas in this regard. Delivering the services required to light up those ambitions, managing those services to keep them running and going and growing, and building intellectual property on top of the platform, extending what we have to offer by creating unique value for customers. The second thing, the second call to action, is I need you all to embrace the readiness, embrace the enablement. By the way, I'm going to say the same thing to my sales force next week when I'm here at MGX. This isn't trivial stuff. In fact, a lot of it's new. And we're blessed with the pace of innovation that we have to bring to our customers. But we have to take our own readiness at heart. We have to become learning agile to learn these new technologies, to learn how to leverage innovation to bring value to our customers. And lastly, and most importantly, please, with all sincerity, engage with us. I'll make myself personally available. The leadership team here at Microsoft will make themselves personally available to help make you successful. No question, no requests for help, no requests for engagement should ever go unanswered. And you've got my personal commitment. You can reach out to me directly at judson@microsoft.com, and we'll get the right people engaged. If you want to help bring these bold ambitions to life, we want to be right there helping you right along the way. To conclude, I have to end with where I started, which frankly is a sincere thank you to each and every one of you. I love this group. I love what we're doing together, and I love what we're going to go do for customers. Let's make it an awesome fiscal year. Thank you.